Imagine waking up each morning with a quiet confidence, a sense of inner calm that settles you like a steady anchor. No matter what the day throws your way, good or bad, you feel prepared to face it. Challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and your inner peace remains unshakable, even amidst the stormiest weather. This isn't just a utopian fantasy. It's a way of life that countless individuals have embraced for centuries, drawing wisdom from the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. This journey isn't simply about acquiring knowledge. It's about transformation. We'll delve into the core principles of Stoicism, but more importantly, we'll learn how to identify and dismantle the habits that act as invisible chains, holding us back from reaching our full potential. Stoicism isn't about resignation or apathy. It's a powerful philosophy that empowers us to navigate life with purpose and resilience. At its heart, Stoicism teaches us a simple truth. Happiness lies not in controlling the uncontrollable circumstances that swirl around us, but in mastering the one thing we truly can control: our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about cultivating inner strength, wisdom, and unwavering peace, regardless of the external chaos. Stoic principles offer a transformative lens through which we can view life's challenges. They teach us to see obstacles as stepping stones on the path to growth, to find resilience in the face of adversity, and to discover that true fulfillment comes not from external validation, but from the intrinsic satisfaction of becoming the best version of ourselves. However, in the whirlwind of our modern lives, it's easy to lose sight of these profound truths. We become entangled in a web of ingrained habits and limiting thought patterns that steer us away from the Stoic path. These anti-Stoic behaviors, often fueled by anxiety, comparison, or the relentless pursuit of external validation, prevent us from embodying the core Stoic values of courage, justice, and reason. They act as a barrier, hindering us from experiencing the profound sense of peace and fulfillment that Stoicism promises. By embarking on this journey together, we'll not only gain a deeper understanding of Stoicism, but also develop the tools to dismantle these self-defeating habits. We'll learn practical strategies to cultivate inner peace, build resilience, and navigate life's inevitable challenges with wisdom and grace. This is an invitation to embark on a transformative journey, one that empowers you to live a life filled with meaning, purpose, and unshakable inner peace. Number 1. Welcome. This isn't just a channel for passive viewers, it's a community for those actively seeking to improve themselves. You, the one who chose to watch this, are special. By taking this path, you're setting yourself apart from the crowd. In today's world, bombarded by advertising and a relentless pressure to consume, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing happiness comes from material possessions. But Stoicism offers a powerful alternative: finding joy within yourself. This philosophy teaches that chasing external validation through things can actually hinder your pursuit of true peace and lasting happiness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on our core values, our inherent strengths, and the actions we take. By cultivating these aspects, we unlock a deeper, more resilient happiness. So how can we integrate these ideas into our daily lives? Shift your focus from getting to being and experiencing. Reflect on the moments that have truly mattered in your life. Were they defined by material purchases or by the experiences you shared and the connections you built? Perhaps it was a heart-to-heart conversation with a friend, a breathtaking hike in nature, or the satisfaction of mastering a new skill. These are the joys that leave a lasting impact, shaping who we are and who we aspire to be. Let's challenge ourselves to prioritize simplicity and authenticity over extravagance and a need to impress. By doing so, we break free from the cycle of endless desire and open ourselves to the genuine happiness that comes from living a life guided by Stoic principles. Remember, it's not the material possessions we accumulate that define us, but the wisdom we acquire, the love we share, and the inner peace we cultivate. This channel is your companion on this journey. By joining us, you'll gain valuable insights and practical exercises to help you implement Stoic ideas in your everyday life. Together, we can learn to navigate a world that often prioritizes external validation and discover the true source of happiness that lies within each of us. 2. In today's world, we're bombarded with messages that equate self-worth with social media validation. Likes, shares, and follower counts can feel like a constant popularity report card, dictating how good we feel about ourselves. But this is a shaky foundation for happiness. Imagine building your dream house on the beach, a beautiful symbol of your success. Then, a massive storm rolls in, and a single powerful wave washes it all away. Just like that, the validation you worked so hard for crumbles. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy with surprising relevance today, offers a more secure foundation. It warns against the dangers of seeking approval from others. That path is a never-ending cycle of chasing external validation, and it can leave you feeling empty inside. Instead, Stoicism proposes cultivating your own inner worth. Focus on building strong character traits like kindness, bravery, fairness, and self-control. These are the qualities that make you, you. They are yours to own, and no one can take them away. Think about how often we contort ourselves to fit in. We change our opinions on a dime, hide our true feelings, or act in ways that feel inauthentic. It's like wearing a mask, a constant performance designed to please others. But this facade is exhausting. Deep down, we know it's not truly us. Stoicism encourages us to shed the mask and embrace our authentic selves. It's about finding happiness from within, not from the fleeting approval of others. This doesn't mean we should become social hermits. Humans are social creatures, and connection is vital. Stoicism teaches us to be discerning about the voices we listen to. We should weigh the opinions of others against our own values and use them as opportunities for growth. The key is to develop a healthy sense of self-confidence, trusting our own journey of self-improvement regardless of external praise or criticism. So, the next time you find yourself craving validation or feeling pressured by someone's opinion, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this about learning and growing as a person, or is it simply about feeling good about myself in the moment? Remember, your worth is not defined by what others think. You are the architect of your own value, and it's the good qualities you embody, the actions you take, and your unwavering honesty that paint the truest picture of who you are. 3. Have you ever been caught in a mental loop, replaying a conversation or endlessly fretting about a future possibility? That's rumination, and it can feel as relentless as a scratched record playing the same melancholic tune on repeat. The problem with rumination is that while we're busy dwelling on the past or catastrophizing about the future, the present moment, the only time we truly have, silently slips away. Stoicism, however, offers a way to break free from this mental hamster wheel. Far from being an esoteric philosophy, Stoicism is a practical and empowering approach to life. The Stoics understood that the past is immutable and the future uncertain. But the present, that's where our power lies. By focusing our attention on the here and now, we can loosen the grip of worry and fear. But how do we shift our focus? Mindfulness and gratitude are the keys. The next time you find yourself caught in a worry spiral, pause and take a deep, cleansing breath. Look around you. What sights greet your eyes? What sounds fill the air? What smells dance around your nose? This simple act of mindful observation can instantly transport you back to the present moment. Gratitude is equally important. When worry clouds our minds, it's easy to overlook the good things in our lives. But taking a moment to appreciate the sunshine on our skin, the comfort of our home, or the love of those around us can significantly shift our perspective towards the positive. Stoicism reminds us that it's not what happens to us that causes us distress, but how we choose to interpret it. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment and cultivating gratitude, we can break the cycle of worry and embrace a stoic way of life, living in harmony with the world around us, moment by moment. And remember, every time you manage to pull yourself back to the present, You're strengthening that mental muscle. With consistent practice, it becomes progressively easier to find peace and contentment in the now. 4. Life can be a whirlwind, constantly pulling us between the past and the future. We dwell on old mistakes, yearning for lost moments, or fret about what might come. Stoic wisdom, however, offers a powerful antidote, embracing the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of regret and worry. The Stoics understood that change is an inevitable and essential part of life's rhythm. It's the ever-turning tide, the unceasing dance of the universe. This constant flux, rather than being something to fear, is an opportunity for growth. Just as a tree strengthens its roots against the wind, we too can develop resilience and adaptability by accepting change. Imagine reframing challenges not as roadblocks, but as invitations to explore, to learn, to become the best versions of ourselves. With a shift in perspective, the fear of change starts to melt away. We begin to see possibilities where we once saw problems, and embrace the chance for new experiences and personal evolution that challenges bring. But how do we cultivate this mindset? How do we learn to greet change with open arms? The Stoics offer a clear path. The first step is acknowledging the limitations of our control. We can't freeze-frame life and hold on to things exactly as they are. The only domain we truly govern is our own thoughts and actions in this very moment. This realization is liberating. It allows us to focus our energy on what truly matters, how we choose to think, feel, and act in the present. Next comes the practice of flexibility and adaptability. We must be open to fresh ideas, willing to shed outdated beliefs, and courageous enough to step outside our comfort zones. Remember, some of our greatest growth often occurs when we feel most challenged. Finally, gratitude becomes our compass. We cultivate appreciation for change, even the difficult kind. Every twist and turn, every joy and hardship, holds lessons and opportunities for growth. By focusing on the wisdom we can glean and the ways we can improve, we transform our fear of change into curiosity and appreciation. By embracing the present moment, accepting change, and focusing on what we can control, we begin to navigate life's journey with greater peace and purpose. The Stoic perspective empowers us to find fulfillment not in external circumstances, but in the way we choose to live, each and every moment. 5. Let's not be scared of change. Instead, let's see it as an important and exciting part of being human, just like the Stoic philosophers did. Instead of staying cozy and safe, let's try new things and explore what's out there. The journey of becoming who we want to be is full of joy. After all, change gives us a chance to find out how much we can really do, to push our limits, and to build a life that reflects our true dreams and wishes. By embracing change, we discover our real strength and inner peace. It's easy to get bogged down in unimportant things and forget what's truly important. The Stoics tell us that not everything deserves our time and attention. They teach us how to tell the difference between things we can fix and things we just have to accept. This is important because it lets us focus on things we can actually change, instead of wasting energy on things we can't control. Imagine how much better you'd feel if you let go of little worries. Picture yourself going through your day calmly, focused on the present moment, and not bothered by unimportant things. This isn't just a dream, it's something Stoicism can help us achieve. So how do we stop worrying about small stuff? First, become aware of it. Notice when you start to worry about silly things. Ask yourself, will this matter in a little while? Can I control it? If the answer is no, then let go of that worry. Instead, focus on something important that you can actually do something about. Stoicism also reminds us that life is constantly changing. When we take a step back and look at our lives in the bigger picture, we realize that many of our worries are not only small, but also temporary. This can be very freeing and help us stay calm and balanced, even when things are tough. 6. Instead of just letting go of small worries, Stoicism also helps us get more involved in life in a positive way. By saving our mental energy, we can put it towards things that make our lives and the lives of others better. This can involve strengthening our relationships, developing our talents, helping our communities, and leaving a mark on the world that reflects our most important beliefs. Sometimes when we're wronged, we want to get even. But let's stop and think for a second. Does revenge really make us feel better? Does it heal our wounds, or does it just create new ones? The Stoics say revenge is a trick. It's a strong reaction that takes us away from thinking clearly and leads us down a path of anger and pain. But here's the important part. When we give in to these feelings, we're letting someone else control our emotions and how we feel. Why would we give them that power? Stoicism instead says forgiveness and understanding are better. This doesn't mean saying what they did was okay, or pretending it didn't hurt. It means realizing that holding on to anger hurts us more than it hurts them. It's about choosing to break free from the negativity of grudges and resentment. But how do we do this? How do we let go of these strong emotions and move towards forgiveness? It starts by admitting how we feel, by allowing ourselves to feel hurt or angry without judgment. Stoicism doesn't tell us to bottle up our emotions, but to understand them and see how much control they have over us. Then we can try to see things from the other person's point of view. This isn't easy, especially when we're hurt, but it can be very insightful. Often, we'll find that the person who wronged us was acting because of their own pain, fear, or misunderstanding. This doesn't make what they did okay, but it can help us see it as less personal and more human. And that's where the true strength of Stoicism comes in. It teaches us to focus on what we can control. We can't control what others do, but we can control how we react. 7. Letting go and living on purpose. When we choose to forgive, we take back control. We decide that other people's mistakes won't hold us back or bring us down. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting what happened or letting someone off the hook. It's a conscious decision to stop feeling resentful. It's about opening ourselves up to healing and peace, even when it's difficult. By forgiving, we become more like the wise Stoics of ancient times. They understood that revenge is pointless, and it takes courage to face our pain and choose a better path. True justice isn't about getting even, it's about treating others with kindness, the way we want to be treated ourselves. The Stoics believed in living with purpose. They wanted us to think carefully about how we spend our time, making sure it reflects our values and helps us grow as a person. They knew we can't control how long we live, but we can control how we live it. Are we just going through the motions, or are we truly making the most of our days? Think about your own day. How much time do you spend on things that truly matter? How much time gets wasted on stuff you won't even remember next week? Scrolling endlessly, watching TV, or getting caught up in other people's problems can easily eat up our days. Imagine what you could achieve if you took back that time. What if you spent it on things that truly nourish your soul and make your life better? To understand this better, try tracking your time for a week. Write down everything you do, hour by hour. Be honest with yourself. Then, at the end of the week, take a look at your logbook. See how much time you spend on things that align with your values, things that help you grow, or things that bring you real joy. Now see how much time gets wasted on things that won't matter in the long run. With this information, you can start making conscious choices about how you spend your time. 8. Instead of spending all your time on things that don't really matter, focus on what truly brings you value. This could be learning something new, spending time with loved ones, doing something creative, or just being mindful of the present moment. Maybe you'd like to help others by volunteering or simply enjoy the outdoors more. What you choose to do is up to you, but the important idea is to live a life that reflects what's important to you and make the most of the time you have. Stoicism tells us that every moment is a chance to live a good life. It means making choices that show who we want to be at our best. It reminds us that time is precious and shouldn't be wasted, but rather used to build the kind of life we dream of. So as you go through life, ask yourself sometimes, is this how I really want to spend my limited time? Am I doing things that make me happy and help me grow? By doing this, you'll not only be following the ideas of Stoicism, but you'll also be creating a life that is truly fulfilling and has meaning. Sometimes we worry a lot about things that might go wrong or problems that might never happen. This way of thinking can bring us down and make it hard to see the good things in life. But what if we could change our minds? Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things we can control, like our actions, how we react to things, and the choices we make. Instead of getting stuck on the problems themselves, Stoicism tells us to put our energy into finding solutions. This way of thinking, where we look for solutions instead of problems, helps us be more resilient. It allows us to face life's challenges with grace and calmness. But how do we change our minds like this? How do we train ourselves to look for solutions instead of problems? It all starts with being aware of how we think. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice when you're starting to just think about problems, and then on purpose, switch your focus to finding solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to make this situation better? Even small steps can help. 9. Over time, Stoicism can have a big impact on our lives. It also teaches us to see challenges as chances to learn and grow, instead of just impossible problems. We can view them as ways to improve our character and become more patient, persistent, and brave. This new way of thinking can completely change how we experience difficulties in life. It can turn stressful situations into valuable lessons that help us grow. Looking for solutions to problems also means being flexible and willing to change. Sometimes the answer requires us to step outside our comfort zone, try new things, or consider different viewpoints. By staying adaptable and open-minded, we can navigate life's ups and downs more easily and effectively. But perhaps the most important part of this Stoic teaching is finding inner peace. When we stop worrying about everything that might go wrong and focus on what we can actually do, we feel calmer and clearer. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending they aren't there. It means facing them with a positive attitude, one that prioritizes taking action and finding solutions instead of just getting worried and dwelling on them. Stoicism isn't just a way to deal with problems. It's a way to live a richer and happier life. By focusing on solutions instead of problems, we not only overcome challenges better, but we also start to appreciate the present moment more, become more involved in our lives, and feel a deeper sense of satisfaction. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of thinking things through carefully and having self-control, which are especially valuable in our fast-paced world, where everything seems to be about instant gratification. Stoics remind us that true freedom isn't about doing whatever we want in the moment. It's about being in control of our desires, so that our actions always reflect our most important values and goals. 10. The first step is to be aware of those moments when we want to do something without thinking. This could be something simple, like taking a deep breath before buying something or calming down before arguing with someone. In today's world, everyone wants things fast, but patience is important. Patience is like a quiet way of saying no until the right moment. It allows us to think about the bigger picture and choose the best option for ourselves in the long run. Another important thing is mindfulness, which means paying attention to the present moment. By being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, we can understand what's making us impulsive. This gives us time to choose a reaction that's helpful and reflects our values. Of course, we all make mistakes sometimes. That's okay. Stoicism isn't about being perfect. When we act impulsively, we can learn from it. This helps us resist temptation in the future. By thinking about our mistakes, we get better at self-control and develop better habits. These ideas aren't just good for us as individuals, they also help the people around us. When we think carefully before we act and control ourselves, we build trust and stronger relationships. We also create a more thoughtful and considerate world. Complaining all the time can make us feel drained and negative. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. Complaining about things we can't change is pointless. So how do we stop complaining? The first step is to realize when we're doing it. Once we're aware, we can start to change our focus. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, we can look for what's right. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather choosing where to put our energy. Gratitude is a powerful tool. By focusing on the good things in our lives, we become more appreciative and less likely to complain. It's about changing our mindset from negative to positive. The good thing about gratitude is that it can change our brain for the better and make us happier. Stoicism also encourages us to take action when we can. Instead of complaining about a situation, we should ask ourselves what we can do to fix it. Even small actions can make us feel empowered and less like a victim. By being proactive, we take control of our lives. In short, Stoicism doesn't just help us stop complaining. It helps us live a more fulfilling life. By accepting what we can't change, focusing on the positive, and taking action, we can change how we react to challenges. We can develop a mindset that sees opportunities for growth in every situation. We can appreciate the good things in life while acknowledging the bad. True happiness comes from our inner attitude, not from external circumstances. So next time you find yourself complaining, pause and take a Stoic approach. Ask yourself what you can appreciate in this moment, what you can change, and how you can focus on the positive. By doing this, you'll not only feel better yourself, but you'll also create a more positive environment for the people around you. Remember, happiness spreads, but negativity does too. Choose happiness. This is just a brief introduction to Stoicism, a philosophy that can guide us towards a more content and meaningful life. Remember, it's not the events in our lives that define us, but how we react to them. Every day is a new chance to choose our reactions wisely. Stoicism gives us the tools to paint our reactions with intention and grace. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoicism. Your participation is what makes this community so special. As we go our separate ways, I encourage you to continue learning about Stoicism by watching the suggested videos. Let's keep growing in wisdom and virtue together.